Yeah. Wait. What? We we live? Oh man. It's working. It's working. What the hell? Yo. Okay, I made it public. uh oh no, I have my webcam here. Wait a minute. I just realized that it's a bad idea. Ah, I was gonna whip my webcam around and show the okay, shut up, quiet. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I was gonna take my webcam and whip it around and show the screen, but the stream key is on screen, so not a good idea. It says FPS 60, so cool beans. I am live streaming in H.265 with FFmpeg right now. YouTube apparently added HLS and Dash streaming as well as RTMPS, which is boring. But Dash and HLS ingest for live streams, oh boy, and they say that it supports H.265 and for HLS, and it supports VP9 for Dash. So yeah, you better. Do you want to guess what I'm gonna do next? That's right. I'm gonna stream in Dash with VP9. Uh, and apparently HLS streaming supports HDR. So gotta get that going. Gotta get my HDR on. Get a HDR monitor and stuff, and maybe OBS will have HDR by then. Let's see. Uh, Copy video URL. It's working. It was so easy. I just like looked at it that way. The current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Really, YouTube? You think that the current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate? Well, let me tell you something about HEVC. Is that the bit rates are lower than H.265. I've adopted my. I'm gonna give you some knowledge stats on my little preview window. Ah, I'm gonna print screen that honestly. Uh, the bitrate. It doesn't say there's any bitrate. That's kind of weird. But it's correct that the bitrate is like 1 megabit, but like it's H.265. Like that's enough for 720p and H.265. Like more than enough. Oh, I guess if you want nice video, you need at least 1 megabit. YouTube Live. Oh my god, dude, it's so great. Uh, I want viewers. I want viewers. Tell people about HLS. Uh, I don't know. Test stream. I just have a microphone and webcam right here. This is FFmpeg streaming. I wonder if it would do ultra low latency. Yes. Does anyone real quick, does anyone want to learn about HLS live streaming and HEVC and YouTube's new live streaming? All right, well, I can't switch my inputs or anything because I'm not streaming with OBS. OBS doesn't support H.265. Yeah, I could probably make it work if I use the recording option. What happened to your beard? I trimmed it, dude. It was getting like you know, it grows. Gotta manage it. B-hop or surf? What do you mean B-hop or surf? God, what was I about to say? I was about to say something really interesting to only me. So, oh yes, OBS. I could probably get OBS working if I put the output to recording mode, but then custom FFmpeg output, and then output to URL, and then input the same URL as I did here with HLS, and then set the settings to like H.265 and stuff. So I could probably make it work with OBS, I think. But does OBS have HDR yet? Actually, let's see. OBS HDR. HDR. OBS is out. Stream record HDR. OBS won't have HDR support for another 4 years, according to Jim. And that was 1 year ago. I think he was being a bit facetious. It does show that it's a low priority item. The only workaround... lack of HDR support is not a serious issue. Damn it, dude. I want to stream in HDR. All right, let's see. So I'm reading. Oh no, the webcam. Okay. I'm reading this about. So this is what I'm using right here is HLS with H.265, and it's better for 4K streaming in 720p right now. Not suitable for ultra low latency. I might have to test that with this right now because it's only 720p. Like maybe it's just like I don't know. I don't know. YouTube knows best, obviously, right? Clearly. Random test stream at 2 a.m. Yeah, buddy, definitely. Oh man. So look at this right here. The it says that the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate, and then it recommends double the bitrate. But this stream is a special stream. It like every live stream ever to anywhere is always H.264. It's always H.264. The codec from 2003. And so this is a special stream because it's HEVC. It's the one that came out after it. It's the natural progression. I can't think of the word. The sequel codec. It's not the right word, but like it's good enough and you get the idea. H.264, H.265. Hey! All my homies love H.265. YouTube added this 11 days ago, and then OBS added HLS support, and they put it in their like changes note, and that's what made me that's what brought it to my attention and made me try this. I learned about it this morning before I started my 14-hour stream today, and I was pretty close to dropping everything I was doing, and I'm in like vlog form here. Dropping everything I was doing and setting up the stream with HLS. Like it would have taken me a couple minutes. Like I did this in a couple minutes, probably like 10 minutes or so. But I didn't know that it would go so smoothly. I just had to like figure out FFmpeg webcam input on Linux and audio on Linux, and it was really easy because it's Linux and FFmpeg, and they're like match made in heaven. Ugh. But yeah, I think I could. This is exactly what I wanted when I was living in my parents' basement with 16 megabits upload. Is if I could stream in H.265, I could save half the bitrate, and it would look twice as good at the same like 16 megabit bitrate. They introduced it too late, man. They were too late. I moved out and got gigabit internet, and now I'm living the dream. In more ways than one. My YouTube live streaming dream. I guess not necessarily. Like I don't require it to be YouTube. I just wanted to stream in HEVC. I was looking all over to try and find, like self-hosted live streaming software that can stream in not RTMP, which is everything. Everything uses RTMP, H.264, AAC audio. Boring, boring, boring. It's all ancient stuff. So yeah. I wonder if I set up FFmpeg to stream in Dash, if it would go to the same stream and ingest in the same place. I don't know. I don't know if I could do it smoothly and smoothly switch over. Hmm. 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 Uh, should I do that? I mean, no. HEVC is way cooler, and this is a HEVC HLS test stream. It's not a VP9 test stream. Who streams in VP9? I mean, YouTube re-encodes my streams to VP9 in real time as I'm streaming. If your stream is above 1080p, YouTube will re-encode it to VP9 in real time as it goes, and only serve VP9, which is interesting. I could talk about video encoding and this stuff forever. So let's see what else I can find. Yeah, OBS doesn't have a HEVC option on the encoder thing, but I think I remember Jim, the head dude, said that he doesn't want HEVC to be an industry standard, which and so he won't add it to OBS as a main like drop down. But as I said before, I think I could configure it through the FFmpeg custom output. So possibly still VP9 could happen though, but like that's, I don't know, like OBS is like maybe I wish I knew more about programming, and I could like just make a pull request for OBS to add on the H.265. You know what? I could look at it. I could look at the video format selection for streaming, and I could try to make H.265 the NVIDIA thing based off of the H.264 one. The options are pretty much the same, so it would probably just be copy paste and change 4s to 5s. It's streaming. It's streaming. Uh, uh, what's the stream in? It says AVC1. Imagine, bro. Um, I wonder if I streamed in VP9 if YouTube would restream the VP9. From as far as I can tell, YouTube never restreams the same encode. It always re-encodes everything. And I kind of like that about Twitch, where it restreams the exact same it like stream copies. I guess that's not a good word when you're talking about live streaming, but like there's different bit streams in a video file, and you can copy the bit streams to a different video file so you can go like if you have an MKV file and it has H.264 and AAC, you can take those exact bits and copy the video and copy the audio, but put it into a new container format like MP4, and without losing any quality because it's the exact same data. So I like that Twitch can do that with their live stream, and you can have source quality. And so if the person who is streaming has a very well encoded source that's high quality, low bit rate, then you can watch that. And like if the streamer can do a better job than Twitch, then you're in for a good time with your bit rate. But problem is the Twitch bit rates are quite limited. Like when it comes to live encoding bit rates, Twitch bit rates are like right on the line of well, no, actually, Twitch bit rates are pretty bad for live encoding. Like you always see video encoding artifacts and stuff because the bit rates are so bad. But if you were to CPU encode it with like a big chunk in CPU, you could probably make it look quite nice because you can do 1080p at as low as like 3 megabits. I guess not 60 FPS. 60 FPS, you probably want more like 4 megabits or so if you're doing very nice CPU encoding. So it is possible to get a very nice stream, but you need a lot of CPU power. Quick question: I'm assuming you've taken this computer stuff at higher education. What's your major, or are you self-taught? This computer stuff, I did all this like FFmpeg stuff. I'm self-taught with that. I wanted to take computer science at university, but they said no. You need high English grades. So I took weird other courses and then dropped out because that's what I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do computer science. I did stay for 3 years, so, or 2 years, I think. Because it was I was learning a lot about physics and stuff, and I liked that a lot. Favorite show equals Mushroomland stream. This is a special stream, dude. I'm streaming in H.265. All right, I'm gonna let's see. Can I like put my hand over the screen? I mean, you can't really tell that it's H.265. You just see a bunch of HLS. All right. If I scroll up here, all right, there we go. So here's the terminal where I'm streaming. My hand is covering the stream key. So I've got the camera input is MJPEG. I mean, it doesn't matter. I figured out how to get the camera input, and I figured out how to get the audio input, and then I'm converting it to H.265, HEVC, same thing. And then, wait, stream HEVC is not HVC1. You should use tag v HEVC1 to set it. But yeah, I'm streaming in H.265, dude. It's so cool. There's the proof. Oh my god, did I just... No, it'll be blurry if I did. Let's see. I'm gonna watch my... Okay, no, I didn't mess things up. Okay. Boo English Garbo. I see. English. Yeah. I'm sure that's why so many streamers have a dedicated PC just for streaming, especially for the 20 series NVENC encoder came out. Yeah, that one is really, really nice. I'm using it right now, and you know what's even nicer than the NVENC encoder for H.264 is the NVENC encoder for H.265. That is probably, like, unless you have a, like, I want to say like $4,000 plus CPU setup, the NVENC H.265 encoder, maybe even more, like, it's really good. Like the H.264 one, you could probably beat it with like a $2,000 setup, but English is easily my weakest subject. It's so weird. Like, it's not. It's like English history. It's not English language. Like, they're like, oh, you know the language. Well, books. But then, why do I need to know about books for programming? Like, what? Oh, wow. Look at that. The encoder says I'm using like 40%, or the report tool thing for GPU usage says I'm using a lot of encode usage. This is only 720p. I don't even know how to properly use semicolons. I mean, semicolons, no one ever uses semicolons. Colon is the new hip meme, though. Colon memes. It's like every second YouTube comment is a colon meme. My favorite subject is maybe maths. Wow, that's rare. I love math as well. I wish I could read Cyrillic better. I know the D, the C. Yeah. I just don't know enough letters. Semicolon, colon. Okay. What else can you do with FFmpeg? You can do so much stuff with FFmpeg. What is AV Foundation? Oh, that's Mac. Hardware encoding. Does it look 60 FPS? Like, it's supposed to be 60 FPS, but it had a lot of trouble with choosing 60 FPS. I love math except for calculus too. Calculus is easy as long as you know the foundational elements. Like, if you know everything underneath it very well, then you can do calculus without much problems, and it makes a lot of sense. But if anything is shaky on things that calculus builds on, then you're in trouble. It's kind of blurry. What did I... yeah, the webcam is not that great. It's actually pretty bad. I want a new camera, but like the camera that I want would be like $4,000 total for the capture card and camera. So make shop stuff. Work on the shop. Vulkan library for .NET ray tracing programs to make. Hmm. Uh, um, will you make a video on bhop? Bhop and Surf are both boring to me now. Rip. I've been doing the impossible. Xbox bhop on Half-Life 2. Bored of surfing, went to bhop. Now bhop is boring. Oof. Man with too much time, too much gaming, feels bad. Half-Life 2. I want to play Half-Life 2 with bhop. No, I want to play the sequels to Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Or are those sequels? I actually don't know. That's why I want to play them. But I want to use a bhop script and play through it with the bhop script. I haven't figured out how to do that. I don't know a good way to script that. I did it with Half-Life 1 and all the Half-Life 1 spin-off games. I'm ready for Alex. Oh, hell yeah, dude. bhop and Half-Life Alex. I don't have VR yet. That's sort of on the horizon for me. I want a VR headset with no screen door effect or like downsides. I want to get a good one with like, 4K 240 FPS OLED HDR or micro LED would be fantastic. Yeah, it's kind of I want better. 25-minute speedrun on Alex. Damn. I'm glad that I was able to do H265 live stream before this, and I was able to use FFmpeg with some sort of custom self-hosted streaming software, and I streamed to Alex, and he saw the stream, and there's the stream, and wow, you're streaming in H265. I streamed RuneScape, and the bitrate maxed out at like 1.5 or 2 megabits or something, and that was in 1440p at 60 FPS. So yeah, H265 pretty good, but like obviously RuneScape is not like moving around a lot. Get your free TVs. What's that? Is that a Half-Life Alex mod? What do you mean fun mod? Uh hmm. Ah, boy, I can talk, right? Uh 5-man bhop and surf issue tracker. Anytime you make an issue in the issue tracker, I get a ping on Telegram because its name added a bot that tells us when there's a new issue and when someone comments on an issue. Now that you're here, I have a question about mapping. What you don't allow for effects in maps recording scripts. Don't allow. I mean, creativity is cool, but you cannot use require, the function require, or getFenv. That's pretty much it. I will read through everything, and if I don't want something, then I'll say, and I won't add it. But yeah, I have an animated spaceship that uses tween, and it got deleted in game. What got deleted in game? The spaceship got deleted. I don't remember changing scripts on that map. But I do go through and edit it sometimes if the code bugs me. I'm astonished that Shadowplay doesn't support H.265 because NVIDIA has had H.265 in Shadowplay for like 5+ years now. And or in Shadowplay, no, I mean in their graphics cards, in the hardware encoder on their graphics card. They've had it for like 5 or 6 years. And support your own feature, like, very strange. But they did add HDR. Halo B-Hop. I haven't seen that. I've seen Minecraft B-Hop. I should have more food. Is Shadowplay horribly optimized for Roblox? Because lots of my Shadowplays on Roblox look awful. I would say the opposite, that Roblox is horribly optimized for running on a computer with anything else. If you have anything else than Roblox running, Roblox is not happy and does not run very well. So yeah, I'd say it's the other way around. Like, I remember before I started using Linux and physically isolating the GPU that's running Chrome from the GPU that's running Roblox. Having anything on Chrome that moves, or like switching a web page, or like a chat message popping up, or like anything, like if it's moving, then Roblox would just lag, and it was horrible. So now I have actual device isolation, and Windows gets the whole damn GPU to itself. Every time an image loads on Discord. Yeah, exactly. If anything on any monitor changes or moves, then Roblox is like, I lag. So having it on a separate thing is fantastic, and it works quite well when I'm not running OBS on Windows to stream to the other OBS. I don't have a capture card yet. That's part of the setup I want, is I want to have 4K 60 FPS capture card and that would supposedly support 1440p at 144 hertz, which is pretty cool. And that would be really neat to stream with that, because Twitch will apparently, it is apparently working. They're like, we think that 1440p 120 fps is an important resolution and frame rate for gaming, and we will work towards this format. So Twitch going 1440p. They have a demo stream on Twitch that's in AV1 that's 1440p at 120 hertz. It's neat, but it's just a pre-encoded upload basically. And it's just the same. It's 1 hour of gameplay looped 12 times. Like you can encode that 1 hour and then stream copy. Like I mentioned before, you could copy the data and then paste it 12 times, and then you upload this file. So it's like, okay, I guess that's the delivery side, where it shows how they can deliver that content in that codec, in that resolution, at that frame rate. And it works. Getting full second lag spikes on Roblox recently. My GUI system would probably help with that a little bit. Well, maybe not the lag spikes, but with the frame rate. Like on stream today, I closed the chat and I immediately went from 70 FPS to 100 FPS, and I went that's why I was so passionate about making that GUI system for like 2 weeks. And it's still almost done. There's a problem with GUI parenting, where if you reparent GUIs, it kind of bugs out, and if you and the mouse has trouble working. So it's not really that much left to do, but I still can't publish it until it works well. We were all spamming thousands of characters. No, it wasn't that. Those are a different problem. I was also gonna add a character limit, a size limit, and a render time limit to the chat messages, but I haven't yet. Yeah, I should work on the GUI system so it's still somewhat fresh, and it's like not like 6 months later I'm like, what did I do? But I made full use of the branch nature of Git version control today. I added some bug fixes to the main game while still having my nice GUI system with 500 different comments on the side burner. I wanted to see what the limitations were. I run overheated Windows 7. Have a way to combat that? A way to combat what? Oh, you must have sent a chat message and Google censored it. Google doesn't like links, so watch out for that. Oh, my back. Can you update my map? Bro, I just spent 12 hours updating maps, adding maps. I don't really want to update your map. OBS Studio. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh. FFmpeg HLS muxer. Oh. Oh, that's why it's at 50 megabits, is because it's the max bitrate. Huh. Oh, OBS. I see. So it doesn't go higher than 50 because it's. I'm looking at the code for OBS. It doesn't go higher than 50 megabits. And I was noticing that it didn't. But I guess that's fine. I'm not streaming high motion content. Well, I guess I am streaming high motion content. $50 megabits is it's good. You know, it's good. Are there BOP maps to be added? Yeah, Fiveman has a issue tracker or a issue open on the official strafe.net issue tracker for the main game. We need a special place for maps, map review and stuff. It's just needed. Mob Crush, what's that? Plugins. Oh gosh. Oh, they have FTK, bro. Ow, my stummy. Oh, I see. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for the formats. Let's try searching for new crap. Automated map adding one, exactly. Except it wouldn't be automated. It would be managed by the community. So, were you here for my my description of how I imagine a map review system? I would have. So there would be a place where you can. Map makers would go. I guess anyone could be a map maker. So people would go to somewhere to submit a model as a new map, and then the map test bot would take the map, and then it would be created as an object, an instance in the database server, and then you would write in your creator. It would probably autofill you as the creator, and then display name, and then maybe you could have a description. That'd be kind of dumb, but then you could also have a thumbnail, because I think that thumbnails would be a good idea for like RTV lists, and then the nominate list as well, because like remembering a thumbnail is easier than remembering a map name. You're like, oh yeah, it's that one. I remember when I clicked on the RTV and it was that map. And then that'll be a under construction map, and then so they've created the map and it's under construction, and then they publish updates and they can test it on the map test place, and then they click a button and it presses submit, and then I guess people can play it and rate it before it's finished. Maybe should people have to wait until the map is finished to be able to rate it. But one thing I want about map rating would be that you can only rate the map if you've finished the map. So that's one of the things. I remember I told people not to put a finish zone into maps unless the map is finished. That would be another thing to do, because like if you can't finish the map, then you can't rate the map. So that would be a way to prevent people from rating the map, which is what you should do if the map isn't finished and you don't want people to rate the map as it's unfinished. So you have just random people who can play the map, complete it, and then rate it. And then when you submit, that lists the map on maps that are ready for review. And then there would be a governing body of map critics. What would it be called? A table. I want the good word. Board of directors. There's another one. Synonyms. Committee. That's the word I want. A committee. Map critic committee. Yes. Oh, you got it after I looked it up. Yes. So you have a committee of map reviewers, map critics who would have a stronger say in which maps should and shouldn't be added, but not the final say, because I would want to have a final tier map administrator, one or more, probably one for each game, who are responsible for pressing yes or no on the maps, and like the final, like basically the critics would populate the yes list and the no list, and basically the job of the map administrator would be to go like approve, like approve, accept, approve, reject, approve, accept, approve, reject. It, like the map critics will have already decided the approval or rejection, and it'll just be a final say to prevent hijinks and weird stuff. And I don't know, 5-man as map administrator. Yeah, probably that's a good idea. I think Snebber and 5-man are good candidates, but the system may not happen for a while. It depends on Its Name said he would make something like this if I add knives to the shop. And so one of the things I plan to work on soon is character models, because the character code for the game is scattered across the whole game. There's like little bits that like delete things and add references and change things on the character. It's scattered across the game code. So if I centralize it and have a character module, and then that provides references, it cleans the character, and it makes everything ready for everything, then that would be better for equipment, and it would be better for character models. And I could better control the character for character models, and also knives and other equipment later on. And I would do that, make a character module, and then I would make character models better, because right now they're just a torso mesh replacement. And I would add like Doge character model and Dragon character model, and like just a bunch of stuff from Roblox as character models. You know, character models, that's what they are. Removes all particles from characters. Yes, that's another thing that I will be able to do with the centralized character system. I definitely will do that with the thing that makes characters invisible. So hide, for example. And I could also do equipment with that. I think I could, at least. Yeah, no, I guess add it on. Well, it would have to be like weird replicated stuff. I suppose it's already client side, so if I have a character management system, then the visibility manager and other things could access the client side information that is attached to the character. So it should be possible. All right. Automated map adding. I am automatic update. I'm concerned about my future of maps. About any future of my maps that may have issues. Don't want to bother caught with issues. Don't worry, I have tons of issues when I add maps, and I handle them all as I go. So if you accidentally don't know something about map making, someone else will also have not done that, and I'll just handle it on when I add the maps. So don't worry too much about that. Just be creative, make exactly what you want, and I will tell you, or I guess I don't know about tell you, but you can ask me about it, and I'll tell you about it. And I don't know, I don't tell people when I reject maps. That's another thing that would be good with a map adding system, is that it would notify the player when their map is rejected, or I could give feedback and say, hey, change this, and then we'll accept it. Like, there's so much good you can do with that. That'd be cool. It functions without admin intervention. Imagine not knowing every map by name. Yeah, I don't know every map by name. I only know like the old ones mostly. Cool if there was an image when you scroll through the map lists. Yeah, exactly. If the map submitted, it should have to be in a finished state. Yes, definitely. But I was wondering if people should be allowed to rate the map before it's submitted as finished in this hypothetical map review system. And I think that they should, as long as the map maker has added a map finish. So if the map maker adds a map finish, then that enables people to review it. Only problem is that I currently don't allow times on the map test places and stuff. I might change that. I want people to play the main game, but I suppose the reason people were playing on map test was because that's where the new maps were. That's where the interesting maps were. And if we have this hypothetical map adding system, then all the maps will be made, reviewed, added, and it'll be in the main game. So no one will have to go to map test to add them. So I can put the map test bots and times back in, and maybe I'll have them like weekly wipe or something, and times only last a week or something, so that it doesn't like fill up the database. That makes sense. Maybe I'll also have a notice when you get a time. Times only last 1 week on the day on the map tests adding places. Sad when you was updating a map, I was sleeping. I mean, you still got new maps, bud. Committee. Approve all maps that have a certain % of approved votes after a time. Yeah, that's what I was thinking for. After you submit for review, once the number of critics that have reviewed your map reaches 20% of the review body or something, like 20% out of all people who are map critics have voted on your map, then whatever percent it was at there, I guess as more people critique it and stuff, it has to reach like 80% approval to get into the game. That's the same as what RuneScape has for polling on their updates to be added to the game. Like, I don't want 50% of people to not want it. So I think that if 80% say yes, then that's pretty good. Also for critics and stuff, like, I think that they should probably, like, if I require 20% to vote on maps, then that should also mean that they have to participate in at least 1 in 5 new maps. Like, for every map that's submitted, they have to play and complete 1 in 5. I guess that would actually be a way to troll the map critics, is if you submit a bunch of unbeatable maps. So yeah, maybe I won't have a 20% of all critics need to review the map. That seems kind of reasonable, though. Like, if you're a map critic, you should be critiquing and reviewing maps. I'll have like a absolute threshold, like 20 overall critics or 10 overall critics or something. Imagine crouching in Roblox Surf. Imagine crouching in Roblox B-Hop. Imagine crouching in Roblox KZ. Knives have been planned for a while. Yeah, like 5 years. I've planned to make it since the beginning of time. Still far away? Yeah. It's just, there's so much in between. Like, I could do it if I worked on it, but I just am quite lazy. Where's my Hatsune Miku character model? Exactly. You can already add any decal as your crosshair, so that's already kind of covered. Bruh. What if your position on the current leaderboards determined if you are a map critic? Another person suggested fast. Or if you had the fast role, then you could be a map critic. And I completely disagree with that. I think that the position on the leaderboards is also not a perfect way to do that. Let's see. What do I think would be a good way to be a map critic? I was initially thinking just the map administrator appoints a bunch of map critics that they think will do a good job. I think a good test would be if you make a map and it gets in the game, then you have a chance of being a map critic. Like, I think that all map critics should have a map in the game. But maybe not all map makers are map critics, and there's additional considerations. I was thinking just shoving all the people with map maker in the group as map critics. Yeah, that's basically when I was slowly weed out the people who don't do anything. Weed. I'm in. It's fun to talk about. You could convince its name to do this right now if you give him monetary incentive. If you have a little B-Hop Surf fundraiser, ask him how much he wants to make the feature, and then do a fundraiser and donate him the money, and he'll do it. How much? He'll do it. He's trustworthy. Trust me. Trust me, he'll do it. Actually, though, he will do it if you pay him. He likes money. It makes him convinced. I paid him recently. I paid him a nice chunk for his like previous work and stuff, like in general, just to say, hey, thanks. Can I just get him timed on his account? I'm gonna. Oh, don't F12. I'm gonna send him a screenshot of that. Duet. Just bought a 2080 Ti in water. Bro, you just bought a 2080 Ti? I guess they did dip in price. But 2080 Ti, bro? Bro, just buy a 3070. Just buy a 3060 Ti. Just get one. Just get it. Are they like the same price as a 2080 Ti? It uses more power, dude. You're going to spend more money on power. Just wait, dude. Trying to get the entire B-Hop and Surf community to pay for something would be chaos. Yeah, you're right. How would that even work? Couldn't wait. Low Cyberpunk FPS. Cyberpunk FPS must go up. The computer must grow. AR-15, how fun was it if you remember that video? Fun? I was scared. I'm just a little basement Canadian. So shooting guns was like scary. I was afraid of dying. Let's see. What surprised me was that it was quiet from the firing position, but like when you hear it from when you watch someone fire it and you're behind or in front, it's very loud. But then when you're shooting, it's like, no, it's not like that. But you know, it's much quieter and easier on your ears when you're right there shooting it. I felt like I was doing this while I was holding the gun. I could see the little reticle and the laser on it, and I was like, all right, I'll just line that up with the target. But I'm like, so I was trying to like aimbot or trigger bot the trigger, where I would like hover over what I was trying to shoot and then Bobucks. You're assuming people will even donate at all? I mean, if they want the feature. Let's see. You know what I could do? That'd be kind of wasteful though. But that might actually work. I could make a special pool of in-game currency. So if you spend in-game currency on nothing, so I would have a special item that you could. So it'd be like a donation pool, and it'd be like game features. Yo, that'd be so cool. You could buy game features with in-game currency, and there'd be like a progress bar of how much everyone's paid towards the game features, and then I could just give him the Robux for him to DevX, and then he makes it. Yo, enslave its name. Dude, that's not a bad idea. It's kind of like really indirect, but like that's how you would crowdfund the most that would be the most organized and secure way to crowdfund uh its name to make some sort of feature. Donate jar for the next game feature. Yeah, I think it would be best if I hosted it, but I don't know how to do that. Like I have never set up a donation jar or anything for my stream, which I probably should. Points are pointless, but I think it's a great meme feature. Points? What do you mean points? Huh. Hmm. Roblox points, those removed years ago. No, they're still in game. Just no one uses them. What do you think about giving some amount of in-game points for people that own private servers? What? Why? Why? Points? Do you mean currency? Mm. Like I made the private servers expensive because they resonate with the other paid features, make them a lot more valuable. Currency for the store. No. No. I don't like that. To me, that sounds like flooding the market with currency. Like you just kind of get it. But I guess you don't just kind of get it at the same time, but it it directly means less profit for me. It's like straight in the opposite direction of what I'm trying to do with the shop. Suggested it because the servers feel way too expensive. How many are there right now? Let's see. Oh, you can't hear that because I'm streaming with FFmpeg. Configure. Access. Oh my. They feel way too expensive, but boy, are they making me money! Yeah, so before they were 143 Robux, and now they're 350. So before I had like 590 servers. So oh. Wait, are they for you 350 Robux? Don't even know the price. Yeah, no, I'm right. No. Yeah, okay. Didn't. I missed that. Okay. Okay, so I'm making a little bit more by the price being higher. I'm making more than I was when the price was lower. Maybe I'm over the hump though. You might be right that it's past the maximum profit where like the number of people who buy servers goes down as the price goes up, and when you multiply them together, they form an income bell curve, and then you have to find the maximization of that. I might be like slightly on the other side of the hump, but I'm not gonna mess with it because it cancels everyone's subscription, and that's making me money. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check to see how many people still have a subscription for the old games. I'm gonna see if I'm making any money off of that. That was one of the funny things I thought. I'm like, bruh, people are gonna boom. All right, bhop access. Wait a minute. What? It says there are currently 164 private servers active for this place? I guess I do let people use them in the other place. That's probably why I'm still making some money from the other game, is because people still have their server subscription on the old game. Okay, so I was like, I'm gonna keep, but like, it actually makes sense because it just transfers easy. Why does it have to load the subscriptions? Ghoul Roblox. 99 subscriptions, 391 active servers. Double dipping. What are your thoughts on maps that are really outdated / bad and should be revoted on for keeping them in the game? I think that basically all maps should pass through the new review process whenever that comes around. So like, I think the system gets made, then we start adding new maps, and then we're like, okay, this system is good. And then we run all the old maps through the review process. And if they don't get accepted, then take them out of the game. I'll probably like leave all the stuff in the times and stuff. I'll probably just like change the game ID to -2 or something. That's been talked about quite a bit. Nothing's happened about it though. Yeah, that's my new official thoughts, is that it should happen when there's a official, like, really nice review process. Surf bhop maps are increasing in quality a lot. It's time some bad maps are gone. Yeah, there's also a lot of maps and not all of them worth playing. Shout out 2016. Unbased quad. Oof. Idiots weren't there when the master made. You know what I could do is I could add a join date requirement, because I do store that. But the dang... user data is cleared so frequently by bugs. I only recently patched a huge problem with that, where it would just like, oh, you have player data? Well, too bad, now it's overwritten. But supposedly the join date exists in the player data, and it could supposedly be accessed. Excuse me. Lonely Road and Frankie Z to get thrown out. No. That's where the map administrator comes in, is like, no, deny. Map stays in. Deny. You have to be in hot contact with those map administrators. Hello, what is my join date on the old game? It's in the database. It's oh, you're right. Actually, there's it's in the player. It's in the data store. There should be a copy of player data in the data store. I'm going to bribe the map admin. Hmm. What I was going to say before I remembered the data store was that the join date is in your player data, and your player data is in the database, and the database is in one spot. Like, it's the same database for the new and the old games. So the whatever join date that thinks you have will probably be in there. It's probably like 2020, sadly, because of all the clearing it did, and you're an active player. If anything, surf maps have gotten more boring over the years. Only maps people make nowadays are smooth linears. Bruh. Always been boring. He's got that eagle eye view. I haven't seen a single surf map that was fun. As fun as a lot of BHAM maps. Wow, bro. I surfed this thing 3 times and go to end. If you're talking about the actually type of map, aren't seeing the big picture. A lot of maps now utilize higher end effects. I'm pretty sure he's talking about gameplay, not effects. Like, it's not all about the looks. It's about the gameplay as well. Almost like you're a bee hopper. This man's bee hopping. Wow, bro, I jump on block 3 times and go to end. Fun game. It's about both. Yeah, exactly. You can have a super fun map that just doesn't look like anything, and you can have a dazzling, crazy, detailed map that's just like whatever. Writing the 95 surf thesis. What's 95? Gameplay is way more important than effects. Old maps have great gameplay. They don't make them like they used to. Yes. What I don't like about the current review process is the small number of players that are allowed in the server and the small amount of time that I'm doing the review. So if there's more time and there's more reviewers, then you get more accurate reviews and more opinions and more feedback, and everything is just better. Paragraph is the best map in Surf. Don't try me. Martin Luther's 95 Theses. I can't copy it. Written in 1517? Martin Luther. Not to be confused. Man's writing papers about indulgences. Abusive indulgences. Meaning reducing the amount of punishment one has to undergo for sins. Okay, 1500 studs. New mappers should take something away from maps like Paragon. I mean, if the board of critics, the critical committee, the review committee is a bunch of guys who want good maps, then hopefully only good maps get through, right? Thou shalt not remove old maps. Oh, another great thing about having a map system thing would be that you could post map fixes to the map. You could submit a map fix for a map. You could be like, oh, this fixes this, and then like, there you go, it fixes this, and there could even be a version control for each map. It could use like just Git, because you can export the Roblox files as XML, so you can just get version control, and you could attempt to merge different changes at the same time. The problem is that it like moves around and stuff, so it'd be kind of wacky, but I what would be good is if I could organize them by the start zone location. It's maybe no version control. Version control would be like crazy. Rollback frost map changes from after the map was released. I mean, Roblox already has version control. They have old versions and stuff, so you could have a button that says revert to this version and stuff on your map admin panel. Decides to rework the map here after its release. Oh, generally frost map changes. Okay, I was like, frost map. What's the frost map? And I was like, Frost the map maker. He's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna make this map a different map now. Hey, quiet, map mix. Okay. I need to wipe my desk. What time is it? Oh, dude, it's almost 1 a.m. This is the latest I have stayed up in the past month. I always get up at like 10 p.m. So I should probably go to bed now. I kind of feel like talking though. Please go to sleep. What is EST? I guess I guess I should end the stream. I guess. I don't feel like it though. All I have to do is press Q on the terminal that's running FFmpeg. That's encoding the video and sending it to YouTube in HEVC on HLS protocol. HLS live stream. HLS. Yeah. HEVC. Well, yeah. So this has been the first time that I have streamed to YouTube in HEVC. I guarantee it will happen again. Probably with OBS in 4K. What? I had a thought. Fireside chats with quiet. Exactly. Yeah, this is kind of what this stream was. What was I gonna do? I was gonna think about something, and I was gonna say something about streaming. And now I'm sad because I forgot. Dang it. Want to keep talking about encoding and streaming. I can't think of it. Yeah, nope. Okay. My CTV cameras are using HLS, but H264. Neat. Maybe you should get H265. No, it's fine. It's fine right there. But if you did, you see Linus's video where he's recording tennis matches? Just like builds. Oh yeah, I'm needed on a budget. Builds a $10,000 server. Okay, yeah. I gotta stop. I could talk forever about all this stuff. See you later. Thanks for tuning in to the. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I think I might be one of the first ever people on YouTube to stream in HEVC. I wonder. There's probably like 100 or so people. Maybe like that's what I would estimate the ballpark to be. How many people who have streamed in HEVC on YouTube in the past 11 days? Maybe it's a lot higher. I don't know. Or maybe I'm like one of the first. Who knows? But it's been fun. I'm pleasantly surprised to have it work the first time I pressed the enter key with that URL.